Shortstop, Echo 4. Starting my second sweep to the west. I'm seeing much more activity this time. Multiple contacts.
Echo 4, copy. Our contacts confirmed hostile.
Echo 4. No hostile activity at this time, but they are well within the outer perimeter.
Echo 4, copy. We're alerting the Ready 5 now. Clear to taxi to runway and await clearance for takeoff. Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Be advised, we have multiple unidentified contacts west of FAB. You are weapons tight at this time. Contacts may not be engaged until identified.
Attention all personnel. The base is now in condition Bravo. All off-duty personnel report to their assigned shelters until the all-clear is given. This is not a drill.
Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Clear for takeoff. Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Proceed northeast from your current position to an abandoned village marked on your TAC map. Investigate possible insurgent activity in the area. 2-6, the village looks clear. Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. New contact at 280, 6 miles. We got a supply convoy moving through the area at this time. Check the area for hostiles. Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Contacts are not hostile. Say again, not hostile. Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Your next objective is the road bridge northwest of your current position. It's a friendly OP located in the hills southwest of the base. Conduct a close approach and determine if it's still secure.
Shortstop, Echo 4, new contact, 180 relative. Convoy of civilian trucks, numbers 9, heading for the base's north gate at high speed.
Reaction force units are en route to challenge the incoming vehicles. Provide support as needed. Copperhead 1-1, shortstop. Gunslinger 2-6 is on station and standing by.
Copperhead 1-1 copies. We can't get a positive ID on the inbound, so I'm gonna order them to stop. Wait one. Attention unidentified vehicles, you have entered a restricted area. Attention unidentified vehicles, you have entered...
Copperhead 1-1, I'm hit. Control's not responding.
Gunslinger 2-6, engage and destroy the vehicles. Don't let them reach the base. destroyed. Good hit, 2-6. That's a kill. 2-6, shortstop. New contacts detected. Echo 4 confirms as hostile. Repeat, hostile. Shortstop. New contacts detected. Echo 4 confirms as hostile. Repeat, hostile. Good hit, 2-6. Target destroyed. On target. Good shot. Direct hit on the target, 2-6. Gunslinger 2-6, this is shortstop. Good work. You're clear to return to base.
All units, this is shortstop. Missile alert. I have tracks on 10 missiles inbound to Prince Faisal. Gunslinger 2-6, clear our airspace. We are under heavy attack.
Due to recent events in the Middle East, the MOD has put the Navy on notice for possible deployment. All carrier pilots must be certified for flight duty within the next 24 hours. You will be conducting air combat training as part of a joint readiness exercise with Air Force units in Scotland. All weapons fire and damage will be simulated using virtual combat systems installed in your aircraft. Your combat and flight performance will be evaluated in real time by instructors on the ground. MUNRO, as new pilot in the squadron, I'm going to be paying special attention to you. Report to the flight line for your aircraft assignment.
Polaris Flight, this is Bulldog. You're clear for takeoff. Proceed to nav point Alpha and wait for further instructions.
Heads up, lads, the Navy's here. Welcome aboard, mate. We'll try not to embarrass you too badly.
This is Bulldog to all flights. Stand by to commence exercise. Watch your altitude and position at all times. I don't want anyone getting careless and hitting the side of a hill. Monroe, since you're the new man in the squadron, we'll be evaluating your performance first. Remember, your performance will be scored at the end of each segment. When you've completed the objectives for each segment, I'll clear you to proceed to the next one. That's it. All flights commence exercise. Repeat, commence exercise. All right, Polaris, your first training segment is basic air combat maneuvering. We'll begin with a basic gunnery exercise. We'll start with a large, slow-moving target. Check your radar. There's an H.A.W.X plane flying a basic patrol circuit in the training area. Engage it with your cannon. Good. Now let's see if you can hit a more nimble target. Your new target is Polaris 1. Engage at will.
Right then, let's see what you've got. Lucky shot.
That was just barely good enough, MUNRO. You're clear to proceed to the next segment. You're checked out on guns, Polaris. Now we're moving on to missiles. Now you'll engage 2 of your flight mates at the same time. Polaris 4, you're clear to engage Polaris 3 with your heat seekers. Begin. Adequate job, MUNRO. Proceed to the next segment. All right, Polaris 4, you've had your fun. Now we see how well you do when you're on the wrong side of the missile. First, we'll practice decoying the incoming missiles using flares. Watch the missile indicator on your HUD. When it gets close, release a flare and make a sharp turn to decoy the missile. Remember, you only have a limited number of flares, so use them sparingly. The missiles will come at you from multiple vectors, so watch the warning prompt on your HUD. Ready? Here they come.
Come on, Munro, you can do better. Come on, Munro, focus.
Very good, Polaris 4. Now we're going to practice making tight turns to evade incoming missiles. Watch the missile indicator on your HUD. When the missile is very close, make a tight turn to dodge out of its way. Again, the missiles will come at you from multiple vectors, so stay sharp. Here we go.
Come on, Munro, you can do better. Come on, Munro, focus. Come on, Munro, you can do better. Come on, Munro, focus.
Good work, Monroe. It's clear you've mastered the basic concepts of dogfighting. All right, Monroe, you've demonstrated proficiency in each of the basic air combat evaluations. Now it's time to put it all together under more realistic combat conditions. On my mark, you will engage all three of your flight mates simultaneously while dodging incoming missile fire. Watch the threat indicators on your HUD and use all the techniques at your disposal to avoid enemy threats. On my mark, commence exercise. have to say, Monroe, I'm not impressed. Proceed to the next segment. Polaris Flight, this is Bulldog. Index. We're terminating the exercise due to an emergency situation. Joint Training Command is tracking a civilian aircraft that has altered course and entered the restricted airspace. It is not responding to radio calls, and unless we can establish contact, we have to assume it's been hijacked. Your orders are to intercept the aircraft and perform a visual inspection. Bulldog out. Unidentified aircraft. You are in restricted airspace. State your intentions immediately, or you risk being fired upon. Polaris 4, this is Bulldog. Take position at the plane 7 o'clock. Unidentified aircraft, this is Joint Training Command. This is your final warning. Good work, Polaris 4. We're reviewing the data feed now. That explosion was no accident. Someone planted a bomb on that plane. They must have detonated prematurely when they knew they'd been caught. Wreckage from the plane hit the base's runway, but damage is minor and there were no casualties. No way to tell who was responsible yet, but we'll get it sorted soon enough. Polaris Flight, you're clear to return to base for debrief. Good, Monroe. Carry on to the next segment. Good work, Polaris 4. We're reviewing the data feed now. That explosion was no accident. Someone planted a bomb on that plane. They must have detonated prematurely when they knew they'd been caught. Wreckage from the plane hit the base's runway, but damage is minor and there were no casualties. No way to tell who was responsible yet, but we'll get it sorted soon enough. Polaris Flight, you're clear to return to base for debrief.
Congratulations, Monroe. That was a fine bit of flying.
At approximately 0800 hours yesterday, insurgent forces attacked Prince Faisal Air Base with as many as a dozen cruise missiles. The base sustained heavy damage. Current estimates are 30 aircraft destroyed and more than 400 casualties so far. Colonel David Crenshaw, one of our senior pilots, was on patrol when the attack began and was shot down and captured by the insurgents. Crenshaw would be considered a high-value target with knowledge of numerous classified operations. Intel believes that he'll be taken to an insurgent safe house and tortured for information. Intel has narrowed down a list of possible sites where Crenshaw might be held. We're gonna put a drone over the area and check things out. If he's there, we are damn sure gonna find him. Check each of the buildings marked on your TAC map for signs of insurgent activity. You'll need to get close to each one so we can listen in on any conversations inside. No signs of life. Let's move on. Nothing here. Let's move to the next building. Looks deserted, 2-7. Let's hit the next one. No signs of life. Let's move on. Two-7, this is fullback. We've got a vehicle on the move inside the target area. Let's take a look. Looks like a single occupant. No passenger or cargo. Let him go, 2-7. Let's check the next target. Two 7, hold position. We're getting something from inside that building.
You understand? I need the encryption key so we can communicate, that's all. Just tell me the code. Crenshaw. David A. Yeah, this is pointless. He's too badly injured to interrogate. Give him to Suleiman. Make sure the execution is recorded. I want it uploaded to the web by morning.
That's it. We got him. And just in time by the sound of it. I'll contact the rescue team with the coordinates and get them in the air. Good job, 2-7. You might have just saved Crenshaw's life.
Attention all squadrons. This is General Vasily Moganov, commander of forces in the North Caucasus Military District. A state of emergency is now in effect. After months of terrorist attacks, separatist forces have launched a surprise military offensive to take over the entire region. After many hours of hard fighting, loyal Russian forces under my command have surrounded the separatist leaders in the mountains close to the border. A decisive blow will crush the movement and erase this stain on our nation's honor. In a desperate attempt to save their leaders, a small separatist force has seized one of our airfields close to the combat zone and captured a large number of bomber and cargo aircraft. Those planes are on the way now to rescue the separatist leaders. Your orders are to intercept those planes and force them to turn back or be destroyed.
General Moganov. Air defense radars are picking up a large force of enemy planes heading for the combat zone.
This is 801 to Air Defense Control. We have enemy formation in sight.
You're the first interceptor group to arrive, Colonel Denisov. Take your flight and force the separatists to turn back immediately.
Understood, sir. 801 to all aircraft. Turn to course 210 and increase speed. Check your safeties. No one fires unless I give the order. Understood? Attention enemy aircraft. This is Colonel Denisov, commanding the fighters stationed off your starboard wing. Alter course to 060 and descend to 2,000 meters, or you will be fired upon. Enemy aircraft, this is your final warning. Alter course immediately, or... Ambush! Eto 5 and Eto 7 are down. No shoot! Eto 1 to flight. All aircraft, break and attack. Backstepping coward. Get them! Watch it, Kadinsky. He's cutting in behind you. See you in hell, traitor. Where the hell did they come from? 808, this is 801. These separatists are excellent pilots. You're going to need every advantage you can get. He's going vertical. Don't let him get away. Got the bastard.
target. What's your deal? Missiles tracking, hit your afterburner.